Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I think we actually have a pretty good review here. I'm going to be reviewing the Storm Spectre, or Spectre, Spectra, however you want to pronounce it. I've had a really tough time pronouncing some of these Utah names with the idol Helios, now the Spectre, Spectre, whatever it is. But either way, it doesn't matter how you pronounce them. It's how they roll down the lanes, and Utah has been producing some fantastic equipment lately. I hope you guys have some of that stuff in your bag. And tonight is no different. We're going to be reviewing that Spectre. And I'll be honest with you guys, this one reminds me a lot of that, really good ball a few years back, the Marvel Pearl. It reminds me a lot of that Marvel Pearl. And that's just me. Might remind other people differently. But to me, this ball has a lot of Marvel Pearl qualities to it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this ball roll down the lane. Now, just a heads up, I did hit this ball with a little bit of surface. This ball for me was a little too clean down the lane, so I hit it with some 3000, and that made the ball really good. So yeah, you guys will see the Spectre roll down the lane in a minute. Before we get into it, though, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. You can see how you just save yourself 20% off your entire I Am Bowling or Logo Infusion order. And also, if you guys wouldn't mind, please subscribe to the channel. Help me get to, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, almost to 500. So if you guys could do me a solid, hit the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Now let's get into the Spectre ball review. You guys stay tuned. And then you're just going to let go. So what you want to do is you want to make the fast fire down here. That's the bowling ball. And you're going to draw that line. Fair drill that I do it for myself, and I do it for the high school kids that I coach. Alright, so here you can see the layout I chose to put on this Spectre. I kind of threw this one back. I haven't done this layout in a while. So I did a 60 by 5 by 35. When I was in high school, I used to put this layout on a lot of different stuff. I used to put this one on, like, my Crossroad, my Victory Road. This was a pretty standard layout for myself in high school. Kind of got away from it. So, here we go. I kind of wanted to try it again. Alright, let's dive in. Storm Spectre. I would really honestly compare this one to like a modern day Marvel Pearl. I think it kind of fits the same, part of your bag. I think it's probably got the same cleanliness, so to say, as the IQ, as the IQ2 or Nano Pearl that I'm comparing it up to. But I think it's a little bit more responsive down lane. I think this ball is going to shine, when you're on kind of some beat up lanes, but you need to get left. And, the IQ just isn't giving you enough shape down lane. As you can see there, I left a flat 10. So if the IQ isn't giving you enough shape, I think this is a really good option to switch to. This would honestly probably be the first thing I pull out instead of the IQ. Just because it's so clean through the fronts and yet very responsive down lane. So I think it's a step up from the IQ. I think it's a great step up from the IQ. I think you can use these balls in tandem with each other. I don't think, at least for myself, that the Spectre was the move outside. I think the IQ, if you're trying to play straighter, trying to keep your angles more in front of you, the IQ is the move. But if you're trying to play deeper, that Spectre is the ball for you. Alright, boys and girls, let's get into this breakdown, hopefully before I kind of lose my train of thought, because I'll be honest with you guys, when I first started throwing the Spectre, I didn't quite like the ball reaction. It was a little too clean for me. That's why I hit it with that 3000 like I mentioned earlier. But then once I kind of started throwing it for this review here, my mind just got inundated with just where this ball fits. And I think it's, excuse me, like I said, I've been sick, so kind of battling through this, so hopefully my throat holds up. But there's a place in everyone's bag for this ball. And I shouldn't say for everyone. I mean, for your bowlers that go to tournaments, this ball has a place in your bag. And this ball might not come with me to league when I bowl somewhere else. But when I bowl tournaments, this ball will absolutely be in my bag. So basically with this ball, and I don't know if I mentioned, I think I forgot to mention it earlier. I compared it up to the IQ Tour Nano Pearl. I don't have a Marvel Pearl that I was able to compare it up to. I thought about comparing it to the Hyped, but I thought the IQ was, a fairly good option. And I thought that was the best choice I could have ever made, just because that is where that hole is. So basically, if I'm running it through you, I mean, to start off, I'll probably throw if I bring my Nova along or the Proton Physics, those two are kind of up in the air yet as far as which one I take. So I'll throw one of those two balls the first game. And then maybe I'll throw like a ASIM Pearl, like an RSTX2. And then, we're not quite to the point where you can pull out an IQ and really try and control the front part of the lane and control the back part of the lane. You're kind of to the point where, okay, the front of the lane is beat up, but you still need some punch down lane in order to kind of get through the pins the right way. Your IQ might kind of hook set sort of thing. Your RSTX2 might kind of hook set a little bit. When you switch to this Spectre is not going to hook set. This Spectre really clean through the front part of the lane, so it's really good at controlling that front part of the lane when it's all beat up, kind of in that transition point. But it's still got that shape down lane that's going to be able to get through the pins the right way. So you could still maybe throw an IQ Tour, and you still might throw a halfway decent game, maybe 200, something like that. You throw the Spectre here, you might go from 200 with the IQ Tour to 230 with the Spectre, just because you're going to be able to carry just a little bit better because it gets through the pins the right way. So I think that's where it fits in really, really nicely. It's a step up from an IQ Tour sort of area. Like I said, IQ Tour Nano. That being said, I'm not pooping on the IQ Tour series. They're an amazing, amazing series. That's why they've been around for, gosh, I don't even know how long the IQ Tour series has been around. 7, 10 years? Yeah, I would say probably that long. But I think this is just an improvement off of that. It gives you that kind of, it gives you that area between an IQ Tour when you need a bump up, but it's not quite the ASIM Pearl where it kind of gives you that hook set motion. It's got punch, it's got carry, it's going to get you through that back part of the lane, maybe through a little bit of carry down, and it's still going to shape through the pins the right way. So I think the Spectre, if you're bowling tournaments, you need to get the Spectre in your bag because it's really going to help you, I think, throughout those transition periods or in a tournament or in a pattern where, that front is going to beat up quite a bit, but you still might need some shape down lane. So really, really clean ball. I think it's extremely, extremely versatile. I think it looked better to the left. The further left I got, the better it got. I think the kind of money spot, for me at least, was between maybe 25 and 30, maybe 25 to 32, that range. Maybe even 27 to 32, sort of in that range, I thought was phenomenal. And I thought was right in that ball's wheelhouse. So Spectre, bowling tournaments, must have in your bag, end of story. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure you head on over to Logo Infusion. You can, or I Am Bowling. Sorry, I always forget those two together. You can get t-shirts besides the jerseys that they sell. They got towels, they got skirts, that sort of thing. So head on over there. If you want to save yourself 20% on at checkout, you can use my promo code down here. It's going to be FireOut07. Use that at checkout. Save yourself 20% off. They're awesome. They're a great brand, full of great, great people. and they're certainly worthy of your business. So head on over there. They got great products, great team, great people. Check them out. And if you're getting something from Aya Bowling and Logo Infusion, get Storm. Best company in the game by far. They're just shelling out great rocks from Utah. It's their products are second to none. So head on over to Storm, get yourself a piece. Head on into your local pro shop, VIP pro shop, get yourself a piece. But the Spectre, awesome. Get it. Thank you guys. Peace.